Hello there, Corky here, uh, Alabama, no banjo on the knee. Um, Today I'm going to do a short video on what I'm going to call classic uh, double stops. And I use the word classic to talk about these double stops because number one, they're played on a classical, and number two, because they are represented on recordings like the old Marty Robbins stuff and Willie Nelson uh, and other country and western, and then even Latin recordings. Um, when you're a guitar player, you have a number of guitars that you use for different purposes. You know, my main working acoustic would be, a steel string uh, that I could plug in with, and it would probably be a grand concert because I do a lot of fingerstyle stuff uh, in my shows. The This would be something I would keep on the side. Uh, I don't know. I might do uh, a set list on classical. Could do it with fingerstyle on classical, and then but the flat picking on a classical. Now, granted, some of you are going to be saying, "Oh no, he did that on with just a thumb pick," and that's true. There's people that use thumb picks, but I have seen um, a number of players using a classical with a flat pick. And when this happens, it gives a familiar sound. I've included on some of my recordings, like Via Maria, uh, uh, Romney Ride, some other songs. And in particular, it gives a great Latin sound, but also a country sound. And the double stops, I know a lot of times I have on electric and steel string acoustic talked about these double stops. Those kind of double stops where you're skipping a string. Well, these, in order to get this effect, you're going to use double stops that are uh, on two strings that are close together. Like if we're in the key of D, okay, here is a scale for double stops in D. I'm pressing the B string on third fret, high E there. Then I might start like this. You might do it chromatically, or you might do some some tremolo. And that might sound like a Marty Robbins song to you. If you're in a key of G, it might be here. And what I'm doing is I've got my root note and then a third. So you find that if you're in G, that would be that right there. Or it might be here on the G string and B string. But at any rate, it's the tonic note and the third. So you might call this video Classic Thirds on a classical. All right. So a D, in C, you do them like this. And then you might, accompany it with some picking. And those kind of vibratos sound really good. If we're in A, we'd be here. In E, and you can hear in this sound the kind of Latin. Now, if you're in minor keys, the picking sounds really good on classical. So I'd really recommend if you do any kind of a Latin type thing and you're playing a steel string rhythm, you might try. And get those kind of Latin American things in there. I'm thinking a whole lot about Jose Feliciano, the songs that he would do. So there's a number of, country and western songs that can be treated with a Latin flavor. So if I'm going to record a song that has a Latin feel, and a lot of my songs do, and I use an acoustic rhythm, it would be natural for me then to add the lead parts on a classical. Anyway, those are some double stops, and they're just 2-note things. And I just love them. I love classical. Have a good day.